Forward, that storm moving across Northern California, bringing rain and snow. We saw some showers coming down earlier in Sacramento and areas across the valley. And in the Sierra, snow is falling, and it is expected to pick up into tonight. Thanks for joining us here at 4. I'm Curtis Ming.
I'm Lisa Gonzalez. That storm is making today a KCRA 3 weather impact day. We've got live team coverage on how it's impacting our region. Anahita Jafari is looking at the conditions in Calaveras County. Leanne Denyer is live along Highway 50 in Myers. Let's begin with meteorologist Heather Waldman counting how much rain we received. And let's start with meteorologist Dirk Verdorn first with what we're seeing outside right now, Dirk.
Oh, yeah, it's still active. It's been a very active day today. We've had a steady rain around Sacramento. We had a few breaks, and now we're seeing more rain developing at this point. But what's interesting, what's different than what we saw yesterday is we're starting to see the core of this system move through, and with that comes some instability. So sliding in through the San Joaquin Valley here in Stanislaus County, San Joaquin County, there's some hot spots that have been popping up. No lightning strikes, but if you go further south, we do have some lightning making its way in through the southern portion of the Sacramento or San Joaquin Valley, but we've seen some heavy rain near Tracy, on through Lathrop, Manteca. Modesto currently is starting to see some light rain, but just to the east near Oakdale, we're seeing some heavier rain. And then sliding farther north, it's just more of a steady light rain around Elk Grove, and just to the, again, around Sacramento, we're seeing that near Rancho Murrieta as well as Ione and on into McCullum Hills, and then into the Sierra, where we have the snow starting to pick up in the Sierra. Now we're seeing this mainly from Alpine County south. Bear Valley getting its share of some snow right now. In fact, you can see all that snow out there. I'm going to go ahead and put this into time lapse. This is over the past 3 hours now. Bear Valley sits over 8,000 feet. So this is where we have, of course, the colder air, but you can see we get the accumulations. We're not talking feet, but we're talking inches, just a few inches right now, but we're going to be tacking onto that through the night and into tomorrow morning. Now, rain turning to snow along Echo Summit on Highway 50. We're starting to see that stick on the roads. I've seen some snow plows working their way over the summit there. And then Donner Summit also wet, but it's starting to transition into some snow. So we are starting to see a little bit of snow developing. Again, the roads currently are just wet, nothing sticking, but that also is going to change. So those are the conditions that we're dealing with right now. Sierra timeline with the snow levels are going to be dropping tonight and into tomorrow morning. Amounts we could see 3 to 4 inches again tonight, and then into early tomorrow morning another 2 to 3 inches before things start to clear out and those snow levels rise back up. So that's what's going on here now. Back over to you.
All right, thank you. The weather is impacting the drive in and out of the Sierra this afternoon.
KCRA 3's Leanne Denyer spent the day traveling up 50. And Leanne, where are you and what are you seeing?
Yeah, so right now we're in Myers, and what we're seeing right now is just rain, even though we're not too far from those spots that Dirk was just talking about. All around, especially in this parking lot, we've got some pretty sizable puddles because there has been pretty consistent rainfall throughout the day today. It is worth mentioning, though, that chain controls did go into effect within about the last 30 minutes here in Myers. It's just down the way from where we're standing now. We did have a chance to catch up with Caltrans earlier this afternoon. They spent the day getting ready for this exact moment, getting that equipment in place, as they did expect that they would reach a point when chain controls were necessary. Throughout the day, though, we really saw quite a bit of rain as we made our way up 50, making for some slippery moments on the road at times. A Caltrans spokesperson told us that while this storm is on the earlier side for the season, it's certainly not the first time they've had crews in place in October. But as we do gear up for, of course, many more winter weather days, local drivers that we spoke with here in Myers had this advice for out-of-town visitors.
It's that bad and you need chains. Maybe, yeah, you don't need to come up necessarily. So it's, yeah, it's a little tough driving sometimes, and then it makes a hazardous trip for everybody else going both ways.
Heading to the season, you'll definitely want, all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and not just that, you'd want, chains or snow tires. Highway tires, freeway tires are not going to do it. You'll be sliding on the ice and snow.
Right, and as we are getting ready to head into many, many more days of winter weather coverage, today's certainly not the first, certainly not the last. Caltrans is reminding folks, of course, take it slow, especially as we are adjusting into the season, and to follow their app as well as them on social media for updates as they come up. Like I mentioned, the chain control just went into effect here in Myers within about the last 30 minutes. In Myers, Leanne Denyer, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Leanne, thank you. And we are seeing some snow along Highway 4 in Calaveras County.
KCRA 3's Anahita Jafari continues our team coverage. She's been driving up the highway, joins us live in Tamarack. Anahita, how's it look there?
It looks very beautiful out here. You can see it just in my hair from standing out here in the past 10 minutes. It has caught a lot of that snow. And just to give you an idea of how much snow has come out here, we've been parked out here for about 3 hours. Hadn't seen much, but then right here you can see just how much snow is building up on our car out here. We are, as you mentioned, Lisa, on Highway 4 in Tamarack, which is about 15 miles east of Arnold. Even though we've been talking about this snow coming since last week, people out here are still saying that they're surprised to see how much snow there is this early in the year. It is just under 7,000 feet in elevation here, and we're about 5 miles from Lake Alpine, where Caltrans says Highway 4 is temporarily closed. Driving through the area this afternoon, we weren't seeing much snow until we were a little east of Camp Connell. We have also seen snow plows come through to clear the roadways and ran into a couple people playing in the snow.
I expected to be a little bit later in the year.
Yeah, and when you came out and saw that there was so much coming down, what were your thoughts?
I just thought it was a lot, especially for October. It's a little early in the season to be snowing this hard.
It's pretty pretty.
Caltrans does have chain controls set up a little bit east of here over at Poison Springs. Sending it back to you.
Okay, so how long is the closure at Lake Alpine?
That closure, Caltrans tells us, is going to be going until Thursday, temporarily until Thursday at around 12 p.m. At that point, they're going to do another assessment of the conditions and see if the roadways are safe and hopefully open it back up.
All right, sure looks pretty up there. Thanks, Anahita. The storm brought steady rain to the valley yesterday and now the foothills today. Totals are pretty impressive for mid-October. With more on how much we've seen, let's check in with meteorologist Heather Waldman.
Yeah, pretty good storm for this time of the year. These are storm total rainfall accumulations. So going back to yesterday morning, most of this for the valley came during the day yesterday, especially for places like Sacramento and Stockton. Close to 1.5 inches of rain over the last 36 hours or so. The foothills now playing catch up. So most of the rain here along Highway 49, that's come since last night and into the day today. Arnold just shy of 1 inch of rain. Pollock Pines just over 1/2 inch. Not seeing as much precipitation in the High Sierra, at least just yet. But as we just saw from Anahita and from Leanne, we are starting to see some rain change over to snow at the highest elevations. How are we doing on the water year? Well, we're only 2 weeks in, so keep that in mind. But so far, Sacramento just over 1.5 inches of rain with a little bit of wet weather at the beginning of this month. Stockton also just over 1.5 inches of rain. If you do the math, well, so far anywhere from 600 to 800% of average for this point in the water year. But again, only 2 weeks in, and we got one good storm early on. Those numbers will come down over the next couple of weeks. Back to you.
All right, Heather, thank you. You can help us tell the story of what weather is happening wherever you are. Send us your videos and photos of the storm. If you see any impact, snap a video, snap a photo. We would love to share that. You can share it with us directly by scanning that QR code that you see right now on your screen, or just go to kcra.com/upload, and you can upload the photos and videos there, and we'd hope to share them with everyone.